today I'm making a zucchini-raspberry salsa. I took just about one of these zucchinis, diced it up. It's about 2 cups if you're going to measure. I never really measure anything too specifically. I'm just kind of go with the flow, but it's about 2 cups. So just dice it up nice small pieces. And this was just a way to figure out something else to do with all that zucchini that you end up getting. It's sort of, I get tired of the same thing all the time. And this is a really nice complement to seafood, grilled shrimp, nice piece of plain white fish, and honestly, if you don't eat meat or anything, a really nice crispy piece of tofu too. Works really nicely with it. So you got 2 cups of diced zucchini. You need about 1 cup of fresh raspberries. And then again, I'm not going to measure too specifically. It's about 1 cup. And I took 2 scallions. It's probably, I sliced them up really nice and thin. It's probably about 1/4 cup. Alright, and then we need some herbs. You want about 1/2 cup of parsley. Sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Just kind of pile it up and we'll run our knife through it a couple times. Get it as fine as you have the patience for. Okay. I'd say that works just about right. Probably about 1/2 cup. Throw that in. Then you'd want just a hint of mint. So about a tablespoon's worth, 1 sprig I think really. Take all the leaves off and it's about the equivalent of by the time you're done chopping it up. And this is really nice on a hot day like today too. Alright, so nice thin little slices. And a little bit of mint goes a long way, so you really don't need too much for it to really get all the way through the dish. Okay, now 1/4 cup of sliced almonds. You can toast them up beforehand definitely to bring out that hint of nuttiness. It's a nice light crisp in the salsa. Alright, now time for dressing. Whatever vinegar you've got, I have red wine in the recipe, but today I've got a nice white balsamic, which seems to really complement with the raspberries very well. You want 2 tablespoons. Okay. Now for a couple of my secret ingredients. A tablespoon of orange juice. I like the kind with no pulp, but if you really like pulp, feel free. I don't like to chew my orange juice, I tell my husband. Alright, my other secret ingredient, some Dijon mustard. You want about a teaspoon of it. Just for a hint in the background, not enough so someone could really pick it out of a lineup, if you would. Teaspoon of that. Okay. And then a tablespoon of honey. You really want to accent the sweetness to the raspberries. And then of course, do salt and pepper to your taste. As much or as little as you want. And then about 1/4 cup of olive oil. And I'm just going to eyeball it. Okay. And then just whisk it all together. Okay. And just pour it on. Now the longer you let everything sit with the dressing on it, it'll sort of start to break down the raspberries, and it'll almost become like a raspberry vinaigrette, which is really nice. But you can serve it right away as well.
Are you supposed to put it in the fridge to let it sit, or just on the counter?
You can do it at room temperature.
Okay.
It'll happen a little faster at room temperature.
So maybe a couple hours or something?
Not even. I would say like 15-20 minutes. It'll already start to break down the raspberries at that point, because I don't really want them to totally dissipate and get mush. But it just helps marry all the flavors together a little bit better. And that's all there is to it. Something else to do with your zucchini.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll give up some free samples.